Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. So today I did a video on this look right here. I cannot believe that back to school is literally like around the corner. So with that being said, I thought what perfect time to do a video on an easy look that you can do in the mornings, just depending on how much time that you have. If you definitely want to do something easier, then you can cut out chunks of this video. But if you want to know how I completed this look, please keep watching and thank you guys so much. So I'm just going to start today with a clean face. I've already moisturized and now I'm going to prep. So I'm going to go in with the L'Oreal Youth Code. This is the Pore Vanisher. I like this one. I think this one's very close for a dupe for the Benefit Professional. So I'm just going to take a little bit on my fingertips and I'm just going to kind of rub it back and forth and then press it into the areas where I need it. For me, my pores are really bad around my nose area and then right on the tops of my cheeks, like right in this area. So I'm just going to make sure that I kind of press it into those areas. I find that with working with this or even the Professional, that it is better to kind of push it into the skin. That way it doesn't just sit on the skin, you're actually getting it in and the product's actually working for you. And then I also take just a little bit more and put it on my chin area as well. This step is optional for you if you only have, pores right on certain areas, then definitely you can put them there. It also wouldn't hurt if you wanted to use it for a whole face primer to apply all over the face because it's still a facial primer for your foundation. Alright, now that I've done that, we're going to go in with foundation. And then I'm also going to be using a damp beauty blender. I know there's a whole bunch of other ones that you can use, or a brush, or whatever's convenient for you, whatever's easy for you to go in the morning. So I'm just going to shake out the foundation. Today I'm using the Matte+Poreless Fit Me foundation in number 112. This is like my third time using this, and so far I am really loving it. It's definitely a matte formula, so if you are normal to oily, this is going to be great for you. If you're a little bit drier, I definitely wouldn't recommend it because it's not, it's still going to be super drying, so a matte is going to give you more of a dry finish versus having that luminosity. So when you're dry, a lot of people like to tend to have something that's going to give you a little bit more luminosity to the skin, and then also, something that's going to be a little bit more hydrating for the skin. So I definitely would recommend the other one. I think they have two. I think they have this one, which is the matte one, and then they have another one that is more for dry skin. So this one's definitely more for the combination to oily. So with my damp beauty blender, I'm just going to go in and, again, push it into the skin. This is probably one of my favorite techniques to use, especially if I'm in a rush, because I can just really quickly just go around the skin, on the face, and just press it in to give myself good coverage. This foundation is, at least in my opinion, would be about a medium coverage, which is great, especially for school. I don't feel like you really need to have a full coverage, but if you're one of those girls who definitely want to have it, or even men who definitely want to have it, you can totally build a coverage on this foundation, which is another thing that I like with it as well. And then I'm just making sure that I'm getting whatever is left on the beauty blender up underneath the eye, and then also making sure that I get on the top of the lid as well to help prime later when we put a little bit of eyeshadow on. And like I said, this is optional. You could use a brush if you wanted to. If you have a brush that you like, that's better. I just like the dampness of a beauty blender because it helps to really pick up the product that is on the skin so that you're not making yourself look cakey or having that cake face, which is a no-go. So it just really helps to push the foundation into the skin so that it actually sits, not on top of the skin, but actually sits flawlessly on the face. And then once we've done that, we're just going to go in and set it. I'm going to be using the Neutrogena Shine Control Powder, which is just this one. This is just going to help with shine. Again, this is optional. You can use anything that really works for you. So I'm just going to take my brush and pat it in there a couple times. And then I'm just going to kind of press it into the skin. You don't want to do circular motions because if you do circular motions, it's literally just going to take it right off. Or help to move that foundation, and that's not what you want. So I'm just going to make sure that I'm just pressing it into the skin. And if you tend to be more oily in only certain areas, you definitely could just apply this in those areas. It does not have to be all over. I'm just going to go in and just set it though. And I always just make sure that I do blend it down the neck as well. And go ahead and spoolie my brows to the direction I want them to be. I like using brow powders or powders. It doesn't have to be just for brow. But I like using a powder because I feel like it can give you more of a natural brow. And it's a little bit quicker in the mornings too. If you wanted to, you could go with just a tinted brow gel if you have fuller brows. I don't have fuller brows. I have full brows, but I have spaces where it's kind of missing a little bit more sparse. So I like to fill it in with a little bit of powder. But again, this is optional just depending on how your brows are. Or if you're in a big rush for the day, if you just want to do a little bit of brow gel, you could do just a little bit of brow gel as well. So I am going in with the Maybelline Blushed Nudes palette. I just picked this palette up and I am in love. I feel like it's got a lot of rose gold colors in it, so it's perfect for someone who, I guess, likes the rose gold colors, but it also has some really good nudes in it. So you have like still your taupey browns, and then you also have a highlight shade, and you have some of your darker colors, so if you wanted to like make it a smoked out shadow, you could. So today I am going to go in and I'm going to start with this shade right here, which it does not tell me what it is. So we're just going to start with this shade right here. And I'm just going to take it with a big fluffy brush. This is the Sigma Tapered Blending E40 brush. And I'm just going to lightly take it in and kind of tap off the excess. And then very messily, I'm just going to kind of buff it on the top of the lid. There's no rhyme or reason, because this is just going to be a really easy little bit of shadow on the eye and go kind of thing. So again, just taking it and tapping it off. Excuse me. And then just buffing it out. If you're someone who doesn't like more of the rose toned, you can definitely use the Nudes palette. This is just the original one, and this one has more of like the traditional browns and very neutral colors, whereas this one has more of those rose gold colors or pinky toned colors, so you definitely have options there. This palette, now we're going to take Shade to Outbound. Now I'm going to take this color right next to it. And this is a brush by SEPHORA. This is the Crease Shadow brush. This is number 73. And I'm just going to kind of lightly take it, because this is more of a precise brush. So then I'm just going to kind of take it on the outer corner and blend it all the way over. So I don't have a lot of product on the brush, just very lightly tapping it in here, tapping that off. And then just, again, kind of messily just going back and forth. And then going in back with the Sigma E40 brush with no additional product, I'm just going to kind of take it and just blend everything out. And then I'm going to go in and highlight the brow bone. We're going to use this stark white, or it has a little bit of a shimmer into it. It's not completely matte, so that's nice for the brow bone. And I'm just going to take it right underneath the brow. This is optional as well. If you wanted to just throw on some mascara for the day and go, you could totally do that as well. Totally depends. When I was in high school, I definitely did not do makeup, period. Like, I maybe had some mascara on and a little bit of foundation, but for the most part, it was just very simple. It wasn't until after high school that I really got into makeup and wearing it and trying and testing things out. So this is totally optional for you if you are the type of person who just wants to go a little bit of foundation, fill in some brows, and then put some mascara on. Totally rock it. This is just another option for you if you wanted to spice it up just a little bit more. So I'm just going to go back in with the E40 brush, no additional product, and just blend it out. And then I'm gonna go in, excuse me, I had a hiccup there. I'm gonna go in with the Pacifica. This is in ethereal, I can't speak. But this is like just a nice shimmery, champagne-y, I don't even know what champagne is, more like an opal iridescent shade. And I'm just gonna take with my ring finger, or my middle finger, I'm just gonna take it and kind of just press it onto the lid to kind of bring some light to the lid. And then back to that E40 brush with no additional product. I'm just gonna blend it back and forth into the crease so that there's no harsh lines and everything is nice and blended out. So now that we've done that, I am going to use this Revlon Color Stay eyeliner, and this is in just brown. And I'm just going to line my waterline. By lining your waterline, you actually help to make your lashes look fuller. So if you're someone who has short lashes or they're not as full as you'd like them to look, by tightlining your eyes, you actually help to give the appearance that your lashes are a lot fuller than what they are. So then I'm going to go in with some eyelash curlers. You can use any one. This one's from SEPHORA. You can use a Revlon one, whichever you want. And then I'm just going to curl my lashes real quick. Give them a nice couple squeezes. And then you can go on with your favorite mascara. Today I'm going to use the Rimmel Lash Accelerator, and I'm just going to give my lashes a nice little coat. When you're putting your mascara on, if you want to have longer and fuller looking lashes, you should really start at the base of your lash and kind of roll the brush and wiggle it up at the same time. This helps to really distribute that product on the lashes. It helps to give you that fuller look. But do you have one side of your lashes that like works 10 times better than the other one? My left one, left. Right one, we get in fights all the time, I swear. Because it likes to clump up right up here. Ugh, we fight. Anyways, if you do, leave comments down below to tell me and let me know if there are certain tips and tricks that you guys know that it really helps to separate the lashes and not have them clump, because I can't stand it. Alright, so while the mascara is drying, I'm just going to lightly go in and kind of warm up the face with a Real Techniques brush and dip it into this just very lightly, just to really kind of warm up the skin. This again is optional for you, but you know, for the sake of a video, we're gonna do it all. When I was going to school, I did not, I had to catch a bus at 5:45 in the morning. Not cute. So I was lucky if I got some mascara on in the morning, because I am so not a morning person. So, yeah. Alright, so now that we've done that, I'm going to go in with some blush. I'm going to use the Milani powder blush in Luminous. So I'm just going to go in and very lightly put some on the brush and put it on the apples of the cheeks. This is really going to help bring the lightness to the cheek. So once we did that, I'm going to go in with like a pencil brush underneath the under eye and with that same blushed Nudes palette. Then I'm going to go in with this color again, and I'm just going to put a little bit on the brush, and then I'm just going to dust it underneath my under eye. Again, this is optional, but I am definitely one who loves to have a little bit of color. On my lash line. I am just going to go in and highlight the tops of the cheekbones. Again, this is optional. This is the Revlon, what do I have? Number 30 Bronze Glow. This is great. This is an option too. You can bronze with this and just do it all in one. Or you can do like, you know, earlier we did and have a bronzer, a little bit of blush, but this is kind of an all-in-one if you like more of a shimmer. So I'm just going to go in with the Sigma Tapered Highlight, and I kind of stick towards the top two, the lighter ones, and I'm just going to dust that back and forth and just kind of pop that on the tops of the cheekbones. I'm also going to put it above the brow bone, on the bridge of the nose, the Cupid's bow, and then also a little bit on my chin. So now I'm just going to go in and apply some mascara to the bottom lashes and an additional coat of mascara to my top lashes. And don't mind the funny faces you have to make. I don't know if anybody else has this issue, but I literally cannot keep my mouth closed when I'm trying to put on mascara on my bottom lashes. Like, you always make this like funky face and you're like, it's just not cute. So alrighty, so now that we've done that, we're just going to go in, and to finish this look, I'm just going to use a little bit of a lip gloss. You can use chapstick, you can use nothing, it just depends. So this is the Revlon Super Lustrous 215 in Super Natural. It's just a pinky one, just to give yourself a little bit of color on your lip. Alrighty guys, so that does complete this look. I hope you guys enjoyed. Again, you can definitely customize this look to anything that fits your needs, depending on how long you have to get ready in the morning. If you want a simpler look to cut out, you know, the foundation, just put a little mascara on. Just customize it to however you guys are. I hope you guys enjoyed, and thank you guys so much for watching. If you guys have any suggestions, please leave them down below in the comments in the comments bar. And then I also have everything from the products that I used today listed down below in the description bar. If you guys want to see more videos like this where they're talk throughs and kind of get ready with me, let me know and give this video a thumbs up. And thank you guys so much for watching. Until next time.
Lift the weight off my shoulders.